Hello. So today, the theme is trust. Trusting in yourself. Trusting in all. Trusting that everything is exactly as it needs to be right now. And trusting that you have and you be everything that you need right now. It may not always feel like that. There may be parts of you that feel that you need something that you perceive that you don't have, or that someone or something outside of you needs to be in a way that it's currently not. Yet, having the trust to feel that regardless of what something may appear to be outside of you or inside of you, whatever it may present, is exactly what needs to be right now. And sometimes this will be something that we don't want, or we feel that we don't want to experience or want to have. And yet, when those things create or trigger that kind of feeling in us, then truthfully, what they are doing is stimulating, catalyzing us to examine or explore an aspect of ourselves that is feeling that something needs to be different, or feeling that it's somehow unable to be able to address the situation, or that it's unable to have what it needs to make things right, so to speak. It's to encourage, to nudge us, sometimes to push us, to look at what it is in us that feels that something isn't right, something isn't the way it needs to be right now. And trust can allow us to accept whatever it is, even if it's not what we want, if it's painful or difficult or unpleasant or doesn't feel good in any way. Then trust that that is in our experience to help us in some way, to serve us in some way, to assist us, encourage us, guide us to look at and look into and explore some aspect of ourselves that is feeling that way. And when we allow ourselves to do that and move into that, and not necessarily denying or refusing to acknowledge that something may not be appropriate or the way that we want it to be, not to gloss it over and just say that, okay, well, that's that way, there's nothing I can do about it. More, it's to accept it as it is and trust that it is showing us something, and then trust that we have the power, the ability to go into that, accept it and embrace it as it is, and then make changes or adjust something, shift something, see something in a different way, to change things, to shift our experience of this thing, whatever it is, this experience, this situation, this circumstance, to trust that we have the ability, and trust that what it is that we're experiencing is showing us and encouraging us, helping us to remember and realize this ability to create, co-create, shift, change, adjust, whatever it is that we choose, because we are choosing this experience. And the trust comes from and can be applied to everything that we experience in this life, in this incarnation. That everything in our life is happening for us, not to us. And I know that's said a lot. It's a fairly common phrase these days, but it bears repeating. It's true. And when we can shift our perspective, our awareness, our being into that, then trust is a natural product of that, a natural experience that arises out of that, and a natural state of being that comes out of that. Because when we allow ourselves to experience and live with the awareness that everything is happening for us, then the experience of trust comes out of that, because we realize that we have everything we need and we're receiving everything we need, and that we are everything that we need and that is required in every aspect of our experience, and therefore we are able to choose how and what we experience everything as and in our lives. Because we are creating every aspect of our experience. It is always our free will choice what we experience, how we experience it, in that sense. And so when we have that, we have the trust that comes naturally out of that. And we can live and create and experience every aspect of our experience consciously. We can choose it rather than having it be chosen for us, rising up out of default, by default. And in those ways, we would be giving our power away. We would be denying our true nature, our divine nature, who and what we really truly are. We would be denying our ability to choose how we experience everything. And in that, realize our power to create every aspect of our experience. And so trust returns us into that, allows us to embody the truth of who and what we are. And the more that we allow ourselves this, the more our external reality and our internal experience reflects the choices that we consciously make to live and experience however and whatever we desire. And see you next time. Love you.